talk to them. And then, you know, the society would say that they don't want anybody to know that the wedding is not working out. Hello? Hello?
Yes, continue, please. I can hear you.
Yeah, the wedding, nobody would agree to realize that the wedding can't take place or it's not working because of the community and they back to the same man.
Mm-hmm.
So the party would continue to an extent. There was a time he threw me out with the children.
Yes.
And I had to spend in the police station.
Uh-huh.
The following morning, we went back with the police escorted me to the same house.
Okay.
Then he said that it has only taken it was a matter of fear. He was not in his own. He's sorry, and let it end that way. So I was very young, and I was trying to conceal what was happening in that marriage.
Yes.
There was a time there was also another time he came and battered me. I would not even wake up. I would not even go to the place of work because I was in his business, where even the friends would call and I would tell them that I'm not feeling well. But no one would know what I was going through. A time came even when the in-laws now started to see like the man is considering what is happening in the house.
Are you still with the same man?
Yeah, I was still the same man. Because now I had some church wedding. You know, there is ratio of church. On Sunday you are in church and you are there. Nobody would know that what is happening behind your back. So I had to conceal my victim.
Uh-huh.
So that even the church the wedding is not separate.
Okay.
I continue to ask God if he can see this man because now I had already conceived my second born.
Okay.
So, you know, there is tough. It is the time that even when the mother to the man tried to come to my house, also started to victimize me, abusing also me. They even tried to batter me with the sister. Yeah, this issue was so serious that it had to go to the court.
And what did the court do?
You know, when you are innocent and you don't know what is happening, who to tell, who to share with. Actually, the mother and the sister were detained to the police station. And they were taken to the court.
Mm-hmm.
And then the man told me to forgive them.
Mm-hmm.
So I allowed them. I took an oath in the court and said that I forgave them. You see, even my parents were not aware what was happening in that marriage because everything was done. It is in the walls of that marriage. So I had to die. I had to feel like I'm dying. Then there was this time he came and battered me and told me, even if you die, your people are the one who become victim. So his friends will not imagine that I'm going through this same issue.
All right. Jen, if you can, how long were you in this marriage? Are you still in this marriage? How many times were you battered? Can you explain to us further?
I cannot even remember how many times. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
I cannot even explain how many times I was battered because it was every weekend. You know, from Monday to Thursday it was okay. But come Friday when he goes to take beer, he would come and batter me Friday night, Saturday night. Even sometimes Saturday would not even attend at church.
Was he drunk or was he just sober?
Sometimes he was. This was the issue. When he takes beer.
Okay. What excuses did he give for battering you?
I think it was some inferiority because he says if you go there, then I know you are with men of the issues who are looking at you when you are walking, they know you. Yeah, that's the whole issue.
Did you try getting any psychological help or?
No. There was a time when feeder. There was a time he asked me and I went to feeder. But came, he said, never did it again. He had to start the same thing again.
Yes.
But I think my problem, you see the society.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
You see, when you see that you wanted the society to know that you are still married. That was the whole issue. But unfortunately, eight years ago now, you can hear me?
Yes, I can. Please continue.
8 years ago now,
Yes.
he went back to their village. I think he took some beer. And then when he was coming to Nairobi, he had an accident and perished.
Okay.
So after that, he went to the burial with the children.
Yes.
But I've never gone back to that place. Even when he had built a house there, I've never gone to that place again.
Before I let you go, he perished. What happened to his family? You told us the mother-in-law and the sister kept on battering you. Do they still victimize you in any way?
You know, after that, they started talking that whatever had been between me and them, it is gone.
Yes.
So they don't care anymore. So it's like I started a new life with my 2 children now.
Yes.
And I told God, if I had to come to this family, that family life, now I'm not going to go back to that same life again. So after the birth, I've never gone back to that home again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you there, Jen, for sharing such a sad story. Ladies, one, the mother-in-law and the sister actually helped the husband victimize her. I mean, where are we going wrong once again? And the most common injuries, I was reading and I was told the most common injuries are second-degree burns, third-degree burns, hot water scalding, broken bones, and then finally sexual abuse. How does one get to this point? I'll start with you, Nyambura.
I think, again, it's violence, and especially when it comes to gender-based violence, it thrives in silence.
Yes.
So the moment it happens the first time and you keep quiet, you're just you're creating a fertile ground for it to thrive. So I think the first thing that people must understand is that you must not stay silent when you are violated. I mean, there are laws in this country that protect women against violence, whether it's sexual violence, physical, whatever form of violence. I know the implementation bit is a bit tricky.
Yes.
Because there are so many things that are not happening the way they are supposed to happen. But the first step is to report or break the silence. So the moment you break the silence, those other things will follow. Because it's through reporting and following through that we will continue improving the system. We will make the gender desks work when we keep insisting and saying that they must serve the purpose that they were put there for. But the moment we keep quiet, we don't report, once it happens, you can be sure it will happen again and again and again. And in that situation, I mean, God knows what would have happened if it didn't end the way it ended, like Jen's story, because you see, the guy died. So what if he didn't die? How much more violence would she have endured? Maybe she wouldn't even be alive today. So it's that silence that must be broken, that women must hear this message and internalize it, that it is okay and it is not your fault. The fact that somebody disrespects you that much, to beat you every day and even bring other people to help them beat you up, is not your fault. There's no mistake that you can do that warrants that kind of treatment from anyone. So once women appreciate that it is not their fault, then whenever it happens, because sometimes it's not possible to prevent 100% violence from happening. I'm sure every single woman will tell you they have ever experienced violence in whatever form. So, but when it happens, you must take action, because if you don't take action, you can be sure it will happen again and again and again.
Okay. Just to remind our viewers that you can always call in. The number is below the screen. You can always share your experiences and we can get this conversation going. Now, I'll get back to you, Eunice. Jen said she went to the police and the police returned her home. Are we doing enough? Is FIDA doing enough? Are other organizations doing enough to enlighten women that they have rights?
It is the role of the media, the role of FIDA and other women organizations to create awareness to women. And actually, I would say that they're doing a lot, but depends on what number they have reached and what is the innovative way of reaching these women. But again, even as Nyambura was talking, and I was listening to the story of Jane, I was pondering around when she talked about the wedding, church wedding.
Yes.
These 3 days as children. I was asking, and when you asked her, were you still in this marriage? She said, yes, I could not run away. It is happening to most of the women. Yes. And I really sympathize with the women, particularly in the church. I'm a church goer, I'm saved. And I was married sometimes before my husband went. And we are experiencing those issues. And you don't have somebody to speak to, because when you go to the couples meeting, you are told you don't expose your husbands, you need to talk in house, you don't expose. Even in our traditional marriages, we are advised by our mother-in-laws and our mothers that you should not expose your marriage out, you should sort it out in the house. So in that perspective, you keep quiet, you are abused, you feel like now when you go out, you'll be ashamed, your children not will have comfort. And we continue experiencing abuses in the form of trying to conceal and asking God, at one time, this man would change, which is not the case.
Yes.
You try to go and report to the pastor, and maybe that pastor, I'm sorry, that pastor is more worse than even your husband. Yeah? So I think it is the high time that even the churches wake up and start telling women that you should not keep quiet when you are battered. You should not keep quiet when you feel like your marriage is not working. Because most of the born-again Christians women keep quiet. They're in the church, they put on a mask that they're happy and they're really bitter, they're really sick, you know, in the church. And once the church is over, you have nobody to speak to. You don't want to make your children feel like their marriages is not working.
Yes.
So women are caught in between children, marriage, wealth. And I was asking when Jane was speaking, after the husband passed on, the mother and the sister still, did they fall to abuse her in terms of trying to snatch, take away all the properties that they looked with the husband?
Yes.
Because it's a process. It's a progressive process. They're beating her in the house with the husband when he's alive. What after at the death of the husband, what happened? I would wanted to have heard Jane speak. So the organizations need to do a lot. They need to come up with a system, innovative system of creating awareness to women.
Yeah.
And again, it's reporting the issue. We've gone to the police. The police are men.
Yes.
They also have those stereotypes, depending on which tribe you come from. Tribes have their own norms of women are supposed to be beaten, you're not supposed to speak. You speak, the man will tell you now you want to pretend like you are speaking on behalf of this home. We need to have joint efforts of creating awareness to women and train more police in terms of reception they give to women or to women when they come to report. Because that is where the problem begins. You go to report and then you ask, a police would ask you, you are beaten, what did you do to your husband? Were you unfaithful? Were you what? Many questions follow, then the woman becomes intimidated. So you don't, and when the rest of women hear that even when Eunice went to report to the police station, she was not attended to positively, then it keeps me off from, again, reporting. Yes.
Okay, this conversation just got heated, but we'll take a break here on Weekend Express. When we come back, remember the phone lines are open. You can always call in and share your experience. Let's take that break now.